Hi, friends. Today I want to talk about the power of joy and why I'm so psyched about joy in general. So, one of my clients, and actually many of my clients, sometimes they reach back and they say, okay, how do I deal with this or that life situation? There are many thoughts that run through our minds on a daily basis, and I think for women especially it is very challenging because we're sensitive, and those of us who are energetically attuned and maybe on a spiritual path, we feel things very very, we feel things a lot, basically. Any thoughts that come to our mind or through our mind, we're very attuned to that. So it is sometimes challenging because we heal, we have different memories, and many of us have gone through challenging situations in life. So I want to share where I was personally 4 years ago, and over maybe even more than 4 years ago, and why joy is so important. I mean, the amount of difficulties that I personally have had in my life just were tremendous. For me at least, I've been sexually abused, physically abused. I went through 2 abortions. I immigrated. I did not speak the language. At some point I didn't have any money. At another point I gave away all of my possessions, and I had like basically 3 suitcases of everything that I've ever had. I slept on my friends' couches and all of that. So I was extremely depressed. I went through 2 suicide attempts, luckily unsuccessfully. So, but there was a point where I had to make a decision whether I want to leave or not. And so I think where the turning point came through was me understanding that I have a choice. I do have a choice to choose basically to choose joy. And even on the days where I felt I didn't want to get out of bed and I hated the world and I didn't want to wake up in the morning, I still did wake up, and I would go to the park and I would take my t-shirt off and just dance in a bra in the middle of the park. And the reason I did that so that the sunshine would touch my skin and I would feel alive. Because somehow nature and somehow just being in nature gave me an opportunity to feel alive, just to be in my own body. And I did not like the experience of being in my body because it was abused for so many years. So I was teaching myself basically how to enjoy living in my body and how to enjoy living with myself. Then I started singing and creating music and playing and using my voice, even though I was so fucking scared of using my voice because I was not raised in an environment where I could speak the truth. And having been born in the communistic Russia, speaking your mind or speaking about your intuitive knowing or just whatever you want wasn't necessarily encouraged. So the reason I'm sharing all that is that I know life is not easy. So I'm not a person who came from the moon and pretending that everything is rosy and easy in this lifetime. It's not. But what I have learned personally is that every time I choose joy, miracles happen. I get new clients. Financially, I get rewarded. I personally feel better. People connect to me more, and everything is about connections. And so, as I was beginning to choose joy for myself, I personally started feeling better inside about myself. My mental health has improved tremendously. I have never taken medication. Maybe I should have, but I was too stubborn to do that. I wanted my own way of figuring things out. So I basically used alternative medicine to fix myself. And those included meditation, alternative practices, and energy healing, and going to and traveling the world to different healers. And so this is the reason what I do right now is because I found that joy has the most healing power from everything or anything available. And joy is something we can generate inside of ourselves. We can also find circumstances and environments and people who support joyful living. And there are good days and there are bad days, but at the end of it, always the choice is to get up and, and experience life and enjoy life, even after a bad day. So, thank you for listening, and I felt like sharing this because it just came up today as a question from one of my clients, and I wanted to share that I have been there myself, and so that choosing joy is basically a daily practice. It's not something you do once 5 years ago and then miracles happen. It's something that you wake up in the morning and you choose it every day. And then those little steps and small steps, they accumulate over time, and they add up to really actually quite amazing results. even though they may be small on a daily basis, but over time they do add up. So keep going, and I'm just sending you so much love and support. And have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourselves. Bye.